Hi, good morning. I'm Achintya. I take care of global sales at Kuliza, and here I have Gaurav, who is the Chief Technology Officer.
Hello, everyone.
We are here to present you a digital lending solution suite. Basically, it's a solution that will solve some of the biggest challenges that banks and NBFCs face today for making their loans digital. So just a few things about us. We are basically in the business of helping banks and loan enterprises for their digital loans by building end-to-end digital lending engines for them. And we get to work with some very amazing and very marquee clients. So, for example, we are working with Aditya Birla Finance right now and helping them power their digital loans engine. We are also working with Intellicap. We have also worked with certain mutual funds and insurance businesses as their digital transformation partner. But we are here today to talk about our digital loan solution. Talking about why digital lending, the interesting thing is that most of the banks and NBFCs we are talking today right now, they are not even asking this question. In fact, they know that in the next 4 to 5 years, if they have to make around 40 to 50% of their revenues through digital channels, they need to start thinking about that today and take very sort of the seeds of that needs to be sowed today. That is where we come into the play. In fact, we have our client, Aditya Birla Finance, talking some very interesting things about digital lending that we want to present to you.
Financing is no longer a business where you can, put something out and test it and work with it for like 5 years and you don't learn. You have to be as fast as a Facebook or as contextual as a Google. Or honestly, as the demographic divide of India suggests, you are dealing and we are going to be dealing in the next 5 years, 10 years with people, millennials, with customers who have been born into the internet era.
The primary acquisition engine that we have chosen to reach out to this segment is an online platform. Now, why online platform? The way we see the penetration of smartphones getting deeper and deeper with each passing day, people using their mobile phones to use social media or maybe even communicate on WhatsApp and stuff. So we wanted to create an online journey which is equivalent or as simple as of that using a WhatsApp message. So now when we have finally taken this product out in the market to these small time businesses, so they are finding it very, very easy to be used. And also at the same time it's quick also. They get to know on a real-time basis how much loan they would be getting. Otherwise they had been finding it very difficult. But now with our solution, so it has become very transparent. So when we reach out to such businesses through our feet on street, who are the executives who directly go out in a market area, go shop to shop, ask the customers in case they would want to take a loan. They tell them there is an easy solution available. They show it to them either on their own cell phone or on their tablet, or they ask them to open their computers or their phones and go to our link. And within 3 screens or 4 screens, they will get to know that how much loan they are eligible for. People love that.
From a financial product lens, I want to be able to go out and cater to those customers that as an NBFC, as ABFL, we've never catered to before. We want to be able to go out and cater to customers who otherwise do not have access to relationship managers.
Open source has specifically given us key advantages with respect to flexibility. It has also helped us build the modularity that we specifically developed in the architecture.
When I started this business, I thought there was a massive opportunity on the SME lending side, and that's what I'm working towards. 9 months down the line, I see the opportunity of extending this same proposition or a customized proposition, but using the components we've built, at least 60-70% of the components we've built for the consumer side. The entire platform is based on API because obviously that's the new language and the age which the world works on. How do you, and I've been learning this in the last 8-10 months since I've taken over this business, is that you need to have a platform which is agile, which has a many-to-many kind of thing. It's long gone are the days where you have monolith, one-to-many or one-to-one kind of structures. You have to have many-to-many kind of things, and everything has to be seamless. We work with Kuliza as one of our significantly large partners now today, and I thank them for the work they've actually done in this space of sort of weaving this entire story together.
Right. So when a bank or an NBFC decides to sort of empower its digital business and make its loan digital, the biggest challenge that they face is their existing loan IT engines are not actually built to power that kind of picture. So this is how the existing sort of, loan IT engines look like, where an LMS is very much at the core and everything sort of flows into it from various channels. Now, the moment you start powering your digital loans, essentially you give the control from your own business team or from your own sales team to the end customer. And that is where the entire game changes. This is because your customer, he wants everything to be happen digitally. Essentially, getting a loan as easy as booking an Uber. He wants, he wants a status at every point of time. He wants to see, he has too many choices today, and that is where, the customer is very demanding. Your business team, because they again are competing with a lot of fintechs, they want these loans to go to the market very, very quickly. They want to have new features, their own product roadmap. White labeled solutions will not work here. And that is where they want a very sort of, strong and robust engine where they can sort of have their own features, have their own product roadmap, etc. So that is where, what happens is that most of the box products that are out in the market are not the right way of building and powering your digital loans. And that's where banks and NBFCs need to think or redefine the way they are thinking digital. That is where, we believe that, we are bringing a very strong picture of digital lending into the market. This is very different from the existing picture today, where you have the origination, which becomes the core. And it essentially becomes, even more, if not as important as the LMS, and the LMS becomes a commodity. And the origination, which is digital first in nature, can talk to the LMS either through APIs or through batches. But it's the origination where the magic happens. And the whole thing is conceptualized in a way that you can actually launch your digital journey, say a new product, loan product, say a personal loan, mobile app, etc. Actually, the creation of it with our workflow and rendering engine is around, half a day, not more than that. And you can take, the remaining 1 to 2 days for testing. But that's the speed with which we sort of, power a business or a bank to create its loan journeys. And by the way, these are not white labeled forms. The entire journey for your customer will be digital. It will be either STP or nearly STP, and it would be created in a way that, it's your own features, your own branding language, it's your own mobile app with your own features that will be created very, very quickly. The complete architecture is an open architecture through APIs. That's how, the engine is being powered. We're bringing a lot of flexibilities in terms of design, in terms of devices. You can have n number of devices, truly omni-channel in nature, and flexibility of powering your own your own feature roadmap. So the concept is that we have brought a productized core which is microservice ready, really, really smart, which can be deployed for any digital lending engine. However, the presentation layer is something that is sort of customized for every bank, because when you go digital, that's how you need to do it. Of course, there is enterprise-grade security with RBI compliance across the stack.
Okay. So coming to the components and the components which are there in our product, there are 4 major components which we are trying to build. The first one is the digital first LOS. And as Achintya mentioned, LOS is where all the magic is happening. The UX, the scalability, the agility, and data-driven decisioning is what we are trying to bring over here. So what we have created is a workflow engine which actually works on the standard BPMN 2.0 standards and allows you to define any sort of journey, whether it is a customer journey or it is a back office journey, in a very, very seamless manner. It also integrates with our rule engine, which allows you to define personalized journey for a particular customer. For example, if you want a different journey for a customer who takes loan more than 15 lakh rupees, you can actually redirect it to a different sort of journey, different sort of forms, different sort of rules. Similarly, if you want to, if the customer is coming from channel A, and for that you have already taken 3 documents, and then you can actually create a rule which says, okay, if the customer is coming from channel A, ask for these 3 documents. If he's coming from channel B, ask for these 6 documents. All those things are pretty easily possible with our workflow engine. On top of it, what we have tried to create is a rendering engine, which creates the presentation layer independent of the channel, be it mobile app, be it mobile web, desktop, or some widget sitting on your partner's portal. So the moment you create or you start thinking about a journey, for example, let's take a personal loan journey, which probably will have 5 to 6 forms, around 8 to 10 fields in each form. There will be around 30 plus validations and rules, some 10 plus integrations. All those things you can do in less than an hour with using this rendering agent. And by the way, as Achintya mentioned, it's all customly done for you. The hassles of tweaking, changing, all the big testing cycles, then uploading on the production, and then seeing whether it is working or not, are all gone. You can actually do it in a 1 or 2 days kind of a cycle. The problem of getting apps updated by the customer whenever a small change is happening, those problems are solved because it's all dynamic, driven through what we call as a proper microservice-based architecture, where everything is actually, every functionality is actually exposed as a simple microservice. You can just go ahead, knit them together, and build a proper journey for your customer. Next comes the credit engine. All the attributes which you are collecting in the origination system becomes available to the credit analyst to define rules, assign scores, weights, and create your own custom credit model on top of it. The moment you realize, okay, there are certain changes which I need to do, you just go ahead, change the parameters, change the rules, tweak it, test it against your test data, see whether it is working fine or not. On a click of a button, you just publish, and automatically that microservice gets attached to the workflow engine, and your credit engine is up and live for you. The beauty here is we have also integrated this with machine learning algorithms, where what we are trying to do is not just the attributes which you have defined, but all the attributes which we are collecting as the origination system. We start segmenting that around. We start doing some level of predictive analysis on top of it, and then start recommending you, these are the new rules which you should define, which will give you better results, avoiding defaults, calculating the risk on a better manner. The next comes the integration broker, and this is a very, very light middleware kind of a software. It implements all the enterprise integration patterns which all these integration brokers normally comes up with, but in a very light manner. And specifically for lending, we have built almost around 58 integrations, which are anything you start from CIBIL, Perfios, or it is a fraud detection, early warning system, everything. All these integrations comes pre-built, and it's just about when you are defining a journey, you want to use CIBIL call there. If you want to do Perfios call there, it's just a drag and drop from an adapter library, which you just do, configure it, and boom, your journey is up and there. The last one is insight to intelligence, and I'm sure everybody was talking about here about how do we handle data and all. So that's exactly where this suite comes into the picture, where we are talking about not just the online data channels, but also combining the offline data, which is what has been accumulating in the data warehouses from last 20, 30 years. Using that, combining with the online, finding out the patterns, building a big enterprise data hub, and then doing a cross-sell, upsell based on that, building a proper lending analytics which works across all the cross-functional things, whether it is sales, marketing, technical, underwriting. All the 360-degree dashboards are available to all the functions, and then they can take decisions based on the data. So that's the suite which we are talking about, and we have all the demos ready. We can always come and show you those demos.
So just to sort of show you how this changes the journey of a customer, if a bank and an NBFC uses this suite at the acquisition stage, what they get, what the customer gets is an omni-channel entry. Be it any device from your kiosk, from your partners. Your partner might be in, say, Amazon.com or whatever. From where the customer acquisition happens. It's n number of channels, but one engine that is sort of governing the entire digital lending. And the customer gets personalization using the intent engine. His journeys are personalized. At the onboarding stage, the customer gets journey optimization, basically the journey depending upon his personas, the sum assured, the geography, income, etc. I mean, it's his journey, his documents, I mean, precisely made for him through the case-driven BPM engine, and allowing STP or near STP of loans. Everything again powered by the integration broker, which has around 58 plus digital integrations built today, from your Aadhaar to PAN to CIBIL and so many. At the loan processing stage, this customer gets transparency of loan process, so he can know, using the notification engine, see at what, I mean, where is the exact status of his loan, when will he get it or not. And at the case management stage, I mean, he gets dashboards, post-servicing dashboards, a seamless digital servicing experience with video supports, chatbots, etc. Now, let's see how this changes the life of your business team. Again, at the acquisition stage, your business team is getting one data strategy. I mean, be it any channel from which the customer is coming from, there is one data hub and one engine that is giving and governing the data. So no more sort of your nightmares about data-related problems. On the onboarding stage, again, the customer, your business team is getting faster go-to-market. In the morning inaugural sessions, there was so much discussion about TAT and I mean, how we can go live quickly. And this is where it exactly helps. I mean, with faster go-to-market cycles, essentially, I mean, an end-to-end product from discovery to launch can be around 6 weeks. And these are robust digital lending products with end-to-end sort of, loan processing and onboarding of the customer, what we are talking about. And also the business hence gets flexibility to learn and evolve. If you have faster loan release cycles, I mean, you can experiment a lot in the market, and we are bringing in configuration engines so that changes can be made really quickly. At the loan processing stage, again, I mean, your business team gets a very efficient auto underwriting and digitize, and we have brought a lot of digitization of business processes, again, using our Create engine and portals. And finally, at the case management, you get a 360-degree servicing and support and decisioning support using our decision support system. So yeah, that's it from us, and we would love to invite you for a demo at our booth. Thank you.
Thank you.